Welcome to Side Roads. I'm Carlos, and this is a 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec. The 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec comes with a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine that produces 272 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. Those are good numbers. The engine is paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission, and it comes equipped with a super handling all-wheel drive, which is an all-wheel drive system from Acura that enhances the driving dynamics of the TLX. The 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec competes in the sport sedans category against vehicles like the Lexus IS, the Genesis GV70, the Audi A5, and the BMW 3 Series. All of those are very important cars in this segment. The Acura is a little bit bigger than some of those, while still remaining a very sporty and very tight, nice handling. I like this car. Safety features for the 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec are things like collision mitigation braking system, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, road departure mitigation, blind spot information system, lane keeping assist system, and rear cross traffic monitor system. Fuel efficiency for the Acura TLX A-Spec is 11.3 liters per 100 kilometers city or 1.1 liters per 100 kilometers highway, which is 21 mpg city and 29 mpg highway. Price for the 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec in Canada starts around 58,000 Canadian dollars. In the US, the price starts around 45,000 US dollars, and the top trim goes to around 50,000 US dollars. So in Canada, we only have one trim, which is this one, the A-Spec, and you can add options and packages, so that's why the starting point. In the US, there is a base trim, front-wheel drive only, and then the second trim will be this one, the TLX A-Spec.
The interior of the 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec. This is really nice. I really like the layout and the design of this interior. Maybe not for everyone, but absolutely okay with me. So the materials are all soft and nice and high quality. The doors materials as well, and the design. The support points are also really comfortable, and the seats are really comfortable too. The steering wheel comes wrapped in leather and is heated, and we have the 4 windows are powered, of course, up and down one touch. We have 2 memory seats and a ELS Studio 3D premium sound system with 17 speakers, and it sounds really nice. So the design of the dashboard here, first of all, have this center design from the gauge cluster and towards you. It feels like a true sports car. Really nice. And then we have the infotainment screen sitting there on top, and then we have this second layer here, and the center console have the air conditioning controls and the drive mode and your push button shifter. So again, it's not as simple as latest interiors I have seen, but I like this. It makes it feel a little bit different, a little bit special, and not yet just another, sedan. I like that, and I like this trim here that is like aluminum but has a texture on it. There is a little bit of piano black here, but just a little, and not in a high traffic zone. So this is really good. As I was saying, the seats are really comfortable and are wrapped in leather, and in this case we have it in red with black contrast stitching on a black Alcantara portion here, and you can have it in black too with red contrast stitching. It looks really nice. The dashboard has red contrast stitching as well. So there is a 12.3 inches digital gauge cluster, and it's really clear, really crisp. The design is really nice, and you can configure what you see there. You can change whatever information you are seeing in the two sides of the gauge cluster. You can have a simple view or a more normal or regular view. This is really nice, and all the car information is here. And a super cool thing, when you press the brakes, if you have the little car in the middle, the brakes also comes on in the graphics in the little car, and also your turning signal. So that's kind of neat there. Then is another 12.3 inches infotainment screen here, and it's not touch screen. You have to use it based on this trackpad here, which is fine. I mean, driving may be a little bit more difficult to use. It's a matter of you being the owner of the car and getting used to this. I got used to this pretty quick. I love my trackpad in my computer. Maybe that is why, but it is nice, and I like that it's positioned up there so it's not too far from the road when you are operating it. This is okay. I believe newer SUVs from Acura have moved away from this, and they move the screen forward for touch, so maybe that's coming here too. It's okay. The infotainment also comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, which is wireless, and Alexa built in. Then we have a push button shifter here, which is also very particular, but I have to tell you, the electronic shifting in the car industry is going bananas. Like, each brand and pretty much each car has a different setup. Why? I don't know, but this is okay. You can also get used to this pretty quick, and you have your drive mode selector here, and you can have it in comfort, in normal, or sport, and the graphics are pretty cool as well. There are regular physical buttons for your air conditioning, so thank you Acura for that, and I'm pretty easy to use. And at reach, this is all good. The seats are ventilated and heated as well. We have a regular size sunroof here, but we have a volume knob, and that's cool, and a little button here too. So that is pretty cool to have. We have two cup holders, wireless charging, and the center console is pretty decent on size. The glove box is on the average size, I would say. I fit behind myself based on my driving position. There is a little bit of extra space for my legs and my height. There is a center armrest there, really padded, really comfortable, with two cup holders, and there are air vents and USB-C charging ports there. It's also a comfortable place to be. The trunk seems big and practical enough for me. So this is nice. It's premium, it's sporty looking, it goes with the whole sporty vibe and real sporty, dynamics of this car. I like it. So, how is to drive the 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec? Really good. This is a very dynamic and pleasant to drive car. Of course, it's a sport sedan, and it's doing all that very well. So the cabin is fairly quiet. It's luxury premium quiet in here, which is, glad to nice to have, and somehow to be expected. It's an Acura vehicle, and they are very premium, so it's good. The suspension is where the whole sportiness story starts, I think. It is comfortable, and it's really nice cruiser in the highway, but it's somehow firm. So I was driving another car for the channel, dropped that car, picked up this car, and immediately after felt the difference in the suspension. And I like this. This is my type of suspension.
suspension, it gives you immediately a sensation of, a dynamic driving and agility that you don't find in many cars. So I like that. And for people that is looking for more comfort, it has 3 drive modes: normal, comfort, and sport. And I have been driving in normal, so maybe if I put it in comfort, it will be even more comfortable. This is fine. I don't think anybody will be offended or uncomfortable in this car, but it has the added value of the sportiness. So very nice balance between comfort and tight, dynamic, sporty suspension. I like that. The visibility of the car is great. The windows are very big. The mirrors are big enough. This mirror is big and I can see everything. The back window is also big. There is a blind spot in the C-pillar, but it's not super big, and you have blind spot monitoring in this car, and you have a backup camera with different views, so you should have no problem parking this vehicle at all. The steering is also adding to that sporty experience for sure. So it is comfortable to drive also in the city and parking and all that, but it's on the firm side, I would say. And of course, I like that. It's my type of driving and my type of cars. But same story than the suspension. It will not offend anyone, and it is very appropriate for this car. And it's very direct and it's really quick. And the car feels really responsive too. Like there is, with enhancement of the super handling all-wheel drive, you can really tell that the behavior of this car is to be glued to the road, which I absolutely love. This is a really nice, sporty, confidence-inspiring car to drive. The brakes are great. They also feel very strong but very comfortable. The bite is perfect. They are progressive and they feel very good. These are good. These are one of the nicest brakes I have driven or had in a car in a long time for the channel. So I really like these brakes. They stop this car with no issue. They feel powerful. I like it a lot. The transmission is a 10-speed automatic transmission, and it's somehow quick to shift. It's okay. I'm not a fan of 10-speed automatics. Nothing to do with this car in particular. It's just too many gears. That's an absolute personal opinion, so you can take it or leave it. But I prefer fewer here, so the car doesn't have to be shifting all the time, but this gives you something. When you are driving relaxed and chilling, the car gives you that chill experience and sensation, which I'm sure is very good for many people. It also makes the engine ultra quiet while driving in the highway, for example. So that is really good, and it shifts fine, and I think it's a good combination with the engine too, which is what I'm talking about now. This engine is really sweet. At the very beginning, I wasn't sure what engine I got because I didn't get the specs on time for the car. This engine got me impressed. It is really nice. It builds the power nicely. It sounds somehow great, and of course there is a lot of insulation here, but I like it. The power is immediate. There is a little bit of turbo lag here and there, but for example, in the highway, passing in the highway was very good and very satisfying, and also very confidence inspiring, because I never felt that I was lacking power or that the car wasn't reacting fast enough. And something about 4-cylinder turbos, like sometimes they run out of steam. Not in this case, and that's one of the things that I like the most. It has power all the time, no matter how fast within the speed limit, of course, you are going. But if you need to pass, it's really good. I also accelerated from a stop, somehow hard. I tried these cars that are press cars and are, thank you to Acura Canada for providing this car, by the way, with some level of respect, because hey, this is not my car. I'm not a sport driver of any kind, so I just tested within limits and within reason, and somehow how I would drive the car in some situations. So from a normal guy perspective, I think it is great. I do think it's enough power, it's torquey, it's, I don't think anybody will think that they are wanting more power. But if that is the case, there is a Sporty Acura TLX, which is Type S, that has a lot more power, has a V6 turbo engine, so you'll get it there if that's your thing. But once again, I can assure you, this engine will leave you satisfied, no issue. It is overall a very sporty driving sedan, which is what it's supposed to be, but it's nice to feel it, and it's nice to see Acura putting all the effort and developing this product. It competes with very heavy hitters, so I think this formula is really good for what it is. It's completely worth it, and if you're in the market for a sports sedan, give the Acura TLX a chance, because you may be impressed. The 2025 Acura TLX A-Spec is a response to Japan to the sports sedan, and I'm here to tell you, it is great.